guys, John here at SurfFX, and we're having a look at the new Cabrinha H Series wings. Now this foil is getting a lot of hype right now. One of the local guys here in Australia, Mr. Bennett's, just did over an hour pumping around on one, just getting wave, pumping around, getting a wave, pumping around, pretty full on. Yeah, good luck if you can beat that record, but that's a pretty decent amount of time. So what's going on with this setup? This is the full carbon, you can see. This is the 1000. This has really been the wing of choice for most guys. They do a bigger one, a 1200, which is a little bit deeper in the cord. It kind of suits bigger guys or more of a beginner setup because it's, well, not real beginner, but more beginner-ish. But the 1000 is the go-to. Guys are proning this, winging it, and for slower and smaller waves for tow, quite a few guys towing. Smaller stuff like the 800s, there's guys who are really kind of proning and towing that. And then of course, you know, you got the 650, which is a tiny one for high-speed towing or kiting. Now, the wings on these are really high aspect, as you can see, but they've kind of done a really good blend of that kind of outright efficiency, where they've got just like minimal drag and top speed, but also, you know, the lift on them has been fairly good too. So whenever you add lift with a foil, you're adding a little bit of drag, but it's just a really nice balance of what they've got. So Kiahi helped develop these wings, and he did a great job helping the guys do that. So even if you can see here, the profile comes along kind of flat. The wingtips kind of slope down a little and then taper off flat again with just a little bit off the tips. Their whole setup where they've got the front wing is kind of integrated into a chunk of the fuselage, and then the tail is another separate piece that bolts on. Pretty neat how they got the little hole set up. They're actually, you know, their fuselage section is kind of countersunk, and this one has a little bit of a bump, so it lines up really nice. But bolts together really easy, and it's a full carbon setup. It just cuts the drag. You don't have any real pieces here changing the drag or water flow over the wings. Now, one thing you gotta say though, you can't shim it, but it's kind of a setup where people have asked to shim it just to kind of experiment, but no one's actually found that, you know, really needing to shim them at all. Wings, the mass size, really the go-to is kind of the 80. That's what most guys are gonna get. You know, there is a bit shorter, but you know, you're not really gonna run that. You're just gonna get the 80. The biggest thing with this foil setup is the pump and maneuverability. Really, that's, everyone who's tried it has come back on, it pumps and glides and pumps and pumps and pumps, and it turns. So whatever these guys have done, it's really worked, and they've just got that really nice balance. You know, you don't have to be the full pro, but for an advanced rider or wanting to just take that extra step, these guys have a little bit more flexibility in their setups than some of the other really high aspect stuff, and it just makes it for a bit more all-around wing.